So this is a video like everyone has requested of me working on the dolls again and you being able to maybe talk to some questions. Hi. Some people may not find it interesting because it's just working on dolls, but other people, they do. So I figured I'd do another one. And basically what I'm doing today is I wanted to make these dolls red because they were supposed to be newborn and one is supposed to be preemie, but a little too red for my liking, so I need to cut that down. So I am going to put a mint green color paint that is supposed to cut down on the red. So that is what I am going to do. After I get that mint green on and I can get rid of some of this red, I can actually finish them up, which is my goal to get these done, because I've been working on them for a while. I just haven't had time because of work and life. So I figured I may as well get it done while I can. So I have to make a watery wash of this green color. So I need to, let's see, a couple things I need to add here. So I need the good old trusty popsicle stick for stirring this up. This is the Glass and Tile medium. This is what I apply before I start doing the dolls. So you're not supposed to shake it, you're supposed to stir. Let's see. So I'm going to stir, and I'm just going to take a little bit that's on the stick. I'm going to drop that in the water because you only need a little bit. And then just stir it in the water. I'm just using a little bowl. Make sure that it's all stirred up. And after you do that, you can add the paint. Okay, so now we're just going to start adding drops of paint until we feel that we are satisfied with the way it looks. So I'm going to use a brush like this, and when you mix the paint, you want to make sure that you're breaking up little pieces of paint in there and get it all mixed up. And it's got to be watery, so you're just going to start a little bit at a time. Mix, mix, mix. Hi, Carissa. Mix, 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 and just keep doing this until it's at the consistency that you want it to be, which you want it to be watery, but you still want to be able to see color. So I'm going to add a little bit more. Keep mixing. It's a little bit still too watery for my liking, so I'm going to make a little bit more. You don't want it enough that it's going to turn the doll green. You just want it enough that it's going to help to neutralize that red. So, and if anybody pops in and pops out, that's fine. I'm going to be posting this anyway, so it can be watched at a later time. I'm just doing it because because I did promise people I was going to make a live doing this. So yesterday when I got out of work, I ran to Michael's and I picked up the paint that I needed, and this is the color that I needed. It's a mint green. And for those of us who are women who know about makeup and makeup tricks and how to hide imperfections, you know that green helps to neutralize red, which is why I'm doing this. Because, again, the kits came out a little bit too red for my liking. So I'm going to try and see if I can neutralize it just a little bit. Now, I have to make sure that this is the right consistency. I don't want it too thick, and I don't want it too thin. I'm just going to add a little bit more, and this should actually make it perfect. Ah, Karina, hi. And when I'm doing my live, if anybody wants to come on camera with me, you can do that too, because I could bring you on. I only see people jumping on and jumping off right now. So, let's see. I wanted to... Alright, I think I'm pretty happy with the way it looks right now. So I'm going to transfer this into my little bottle that I made for my pre-mixed paint. That looks pretty good. You want it watery, but you want it just to leave some color. Milky consistency. So, looks good to me. So I'm going to pour it into a bottle so that I have it if I need it again. You always have to remember that if you're going to save, that you put them in airtight containers so that it won't go bad. And my little bowls have little spouts on them, so I'm just going to pour it into the container. And like I said, that way I will have it when I need it. I'm going to actually make a little bit more because I wanted to try to get this a little bit fuller than that. So we're going to take a little bit more water. I do have a gallon of this water, so if I use it, I just refill it. It's not a big deal. Which I will have to do maybe later. A little bit more. Oh, maybe I don't need any more of that. I think we're okay. Okay. So I'm going to take and put 2, 3. Alright, put some more paint in and do what I just did with the last one. Mix it up, get that milky consistency. Not a whole lot of people out there today, I see. It's alright. I do post these up on this page and on my reboning page, Debbie's Dreamy Dolls, and I also put them up on my YouTube page, Debbie B, Debbie's Dreamy Dolls. So if you are coming into this late, you might be seeing it on Facebook, you might be seeing it on my page, you might be seeing it on my Debbie's Dreamy Dolls YouTube channel. But wherever you see it, you can always let me know that you're watching it and say hi. If you come on, say hi if you want to. You don't have to, but I'm going to put just a little bit more of this just because I just kind of doubled what I just made. So we're going to put another drop. There we go. Okay. Wrong cap. Nobody's on. So 3 people popped in and popped back out. But that's alright. Again, that's fine. Doesn't matter. Because I'm not making these specifically so that I can have people on here. I'm just making them so that if people want to come on, they can. And if not, they can watch it later. Or they don't have to watch it at all. So that's pretty much up to the viewers. Alright, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to pour it in with the rest of it that I just made. And we should have a full bottle. I'm going to be pouring it back out, but I just want to see. Yeah, see? That made the perfect amount. So then what I like to do, just because, before I start using it, is shake it up. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Just to make sure everything's mixed. And this is the color that it will be. Mint green. So I'm going to pour some in. I'm going to put this brush in the water. And then I'm going to start and brush on just one coat of this on both of the kits to help to get rid of that green, and then pounce it off, just like we do with all the other ones. And I know that sounds really silly. You're putting it on and then you're pouncing it off, but this is the way you're supposed to do it. So this is what we're going to do. I have my little sponges. I have my brush. And we're going to start with, let's see, which one should I start with? I think we'll start with this one. Yeah. They just came out a little bit red. I was going for a newborn look. So I wanted some red. But I didn't want as much red as what came out. So this is why I just want to do a little bit of a watery green wash on them to cut down on that red. And I'm going to make sure we get the whole thing. Watery washes can be messy because they're very runny. That's alright. So that's what the sponges are for afterwards. So I just want to make sure that I'm covering the whole kit. The whole thing. And there will still be some red, but it's not going to be as much as it was, which is pretty much my goal, is just to cut down on it a little bit. So I'm going to take my sponge and I'm just going to pounce, pounce, pounce. The pouncing takes off the excess so that it is not dripping all over the place. And then after I do the green, I'm probably going to go back and do another warming layer, which I did one, I don't even know if I did it on the video or if I did it after the fact, but I did do a warming layer, which just basically warms the skin tone a little bit. I always make my babies just a little bit darker. I know a lot of people actually like that when you have a darker color. So I'm just going to take this brush and just get this green out of the ears and the crevices so that it doesn't stay and leave a green spot anywhere. The nose, around the nose. Then I'm going to take the sponge and go back and pounce it one more time. And I can already see that that green actually made a little bit of a difference, so that's good. I still have my red, but it's not overbearing. I know that people who do the Genesis paints, again, for the most part, all of your colors are pre-mixed, and it's a little bit different for you guys than it is for us who do air dry paint. air dry paints. We have to, I don't get the air dries that they sell on all the websites, Bountiful and the other websites where they are pre-mixed. I do them myself. So for this reason, no two dolls of mine ever come out the same exact color, because I do it all myself. I like the way this is looking. Awesome. Okay. Now I have to do her little limbs. But I don't think I'm going to go back and do any more of the mottling because she has plenty. The only thing I might do maybe is redo the lips, maybe some more color on the cheeks, but the rest of it looks fine to me. Okay, so now I'm going to go and do the other kid head. I think I was telling you guys, when I have two kits next to each other, I will do one head then the other, and then the one set of limbs and the other set of limbs, because it's easier for me to do it like that. So now I'm going to put some on this other one's head. But I definitely like that the green helps to get rid of the red, because if you didn't have this to do, you would probably have to strip the whole kit down to get it back to what you wanted. In this situation, all I have to do is brush on this paint or this color, and it will just automatically neutralize some of the red. I know that people out there who have rosacea and things like that, they do make, like I said, they do make correcting colors for that to help to get rid of some of the red or to neutralize some of the red. So this isn't going to take it all off. It's just going to take some of it off so that it's not as red, because I don't want to do away with all of my mottling. I just want to kind of calm down the red just a little bit. So that's what I'm doing. Which, from what I'm seeing, is working very well. And this is why we need to keep sponges, because you will go through these things like crazy, especially if you use air dry paints like I do, because when you're pouncing, you have to change out your sponges quite often. I can't really tell you how many I go through. I don't count them, but I can tell you that I do go through quite a few. So I always make sure that I'm stocked up on them, because you're definitely going to need them if you plan on doing air dry, because you are working with water. Hi Betty, how are you? Guess who I'm working on? In case you weren't here to see it, I am doing a mint green wash, which you've done dolls before, so you know what that's for. I'm just trying to cut down on a little bit of red right now, because I wanted these guys to have red on them because they are freshly born, freshly new, but not quite as red as these were coming out. So I'm just cutting down on that a little bit. So there will still be red, but not as much. But I think my mottling color was a little bit too dark that I was using, and that's why. Yes. Well, actually, I'm working on both of them right now. I'm kind of switching from kit to kit, but yes, I am definitely working on Hazel right now, and Ellery as well. I'm just trying to get this color, this red neutralized. Then I'm going to put a warming layer on top of this. And then after that warming layer, I'm going to be ready to start doing nails and things like that. So it won't be much longer before they're done. Oh, I got a new kit, Bountiful kit, which I posted up on YouTube. I posted up my video of the kit that I got. Actually, I'll tell you, I got the Patience kit, the Down syndrome Realborn. She is really, really cute. I actually got her for myself because I think she's adorable. I got her when she was on sale. Yeah, but these guys are coming out really cute. Like I said, I just wanted to cut down on the red a little bit. That looks much better. This mint green works. It does wonders. It really does. So, oh, very soon you will. I am working tomorrow night, but I have off on Sunday, so aside from running to the grocery store, I really don't have anything to do, so I'll probably end up doing some more on Sunday. But tomorrow is going to be I have to be at work at 2 and I'm there until maybe 8, so I'm probably not going to be wanting to do it when I get home after that. But I will try to get these guys done soon. I really want to anyways because I have more I have to do, so I would like to get them done. Yeah, they're going to be very cute when they're all together. I cannot wait to see. I think they're going to both be really, really cute. Are you still wanting her? You still there? I think you're commenting, everyone's commenting, takes longer to get to me than you see it popping up, because sometimes I don't see it right away. So if I ask you a question that you already answered, that would probably be why, because I did not see it. But no, I was asking if if you wanted her, because if not, I will probably either A, keep her myself, or B, I would put her up for sale. She's really cute. I mean, I would love to try to get another one of her and just keep it because she's really cute. But I won't do that to you because I know you really want her. My intentions were I was actually going to see how they all came out, and then if I didn't like the way I don't know, if I didn't feel bonded to them, then I was going to put them up for sale. I was just doing online to show everybody, and then you said you really liked her, so I'm just like, well, okay. I'll let her go. She's really cute, though, and I really hope that you will enjoy her, because I'm definitely enjoying doing her, and if you weren't taking her, I would probably definitely be keeping her. So, definitely promise me that you're going to keep her and not sell her, and give her a good home. Alright, let's see. One more arm. Yeah, you were telling me that you like Cryer's You said you already had the one. You showed me the picture. I don't have any criers. The only doll I have that has an open mouth would be Sailor's, and she is not crying. She just has an open mouth. So. But she still is cute. I have so many dolls, seriously. I have 11. And then I have 3 realborns that I got to make for myself. So I got them all when they were on sale, when Bountiful was having that sale. And I do like realborns a lot, which is why I got them. Because I had a whole bunch of them and I sold them. I think you probably heard me talking about that. I sold them when we needed to come up with money to get into our house that we were in because we had to move. Oh, good. Well, that makes me happy. I always feel funny selling to someone who has actually made dolls because I am afraid that I'm going to be criticized. So I hope that you're happy with my work on her. I've never claimed to be a professional. I am not, by far. I've been doing it for 2 years, but there's lots of people out there that are probably a lot better than me at this. So I do my best. I put my best in. I put my all into them, and that's all I can do. So, but I don't like seriously rush through them. I take my time. I try to make them look as good as I think that they can look, and realistic. But I've been criticized, trust me, by people who don't like air dry paint, people who just, I don't know. The fact that I can't root the head, but that's not my choice. That's something that I can't do because of my arthritis. So I was actually unable to paint them for a while because of that. I had to take a break because my wrist was really, really bad. So it's off and on. I mean, it hurts when I move it, and it's the one I paint with. But before, I mean, I couldn't have even thought about painting this doll for, it was a good couple of weeks. I couldn't do anything. They were just sitting here. So now that I can do it, I figure I may as well take advantage of it and do it, because I know that the arthritis isn't just going to go away. It's going to come back, and it's going to hit again. So then I'm not going to be able to do them for a while again. I had my dream kit before. Well, thank you for saying that. Hello, Kendra. How are you? Don't go. Oh, she did. She left already. I was going to say something. Yeah, I mean, I think it's nice to have other people's work. I'm really glad that you feel that way about my dolls. I have definitely gotten better. I mean, I look back at my first doll, and then, you know, how I've progressed ever since then. And my first doll actually found a home with a girl who is local down here, and she loves that doll. She takes her everywhere with her, and it was the Realborn Dominic kit was my first one. And I wasn't actually going to sell it because it was the first I had ever done. But then I was like, you know what? I can always do another one if I want to. So I guess I have to stop looking at it that way. I was proud of it because it was the first one I ever did. And it was very, very weighted. It was very heavy because I was just learning about them. And I actually did root that one's head, which took me a long time to do. And then, but it was not, I didn't know how to do the swirl or anything like that. So it wasn't rooted the greatest, but it still looked all right. And she bought it from me, and she's very happy. So yeah, this is Hazel's leg. So I was just saying I like to make my dolls a little bit darker. I don't like them being super pale. I like when I have some color. Some people make their dolls and there's like no color. They just look really, really pale. I like them to have more color, which is why and how I ended up with a little bit more red than I wanted. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. But other than that, I like the way they're coming out. Megan. Oh, yeah, I saw that there was actually somebody was selling that kit up here, or somewhere up here. One of the artists was selling a Megan kit. She's okay. I like more. I like the realistic dolls. The only dolls that I like off of Bountiful Baby, honestly, are the Realborns. And other than that, I will go to McPherson's, Trueborns, things like that. I just like the dolls that have more realism to them. I don't know if you've seen that Patience kit, but she is so cute. I never would have even probably considered buying a Down syndrome kit, but I saw it. Here goes my microwave. I saw it and I fell in love with it, and I thought it was really cute. And then I saw a very well-known artist up on YouTube who I'm subscribed to. She got the kit and she was talking about it, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy it, and if I don't like it, I'll just sell it. So she was on sale, so I bought her. But the body was completely sold out, so I could not buy the body. So I'll have to get that after the fact. But she's supposed to be a 21-inch doll, so she's actually a really good size. And, you know, other than the, you know, the slant that Down syndrome babies have in their eyes, other than that, she's really, really cute. Like I said, I did a video of the kit up on my YouTube channel, if you wanted to see it. So, oh yeah, you like her too? Yeah, she's really cute. She's definitely adorable. I have my favorites in the Realborns. I am already going to be doing the ones that I bought for myself. I bought the Johanna and I bought the Kimberly. I used to have a Rebecca and a Summer Rain. I had two Kimberlys. But I think the Darren kit's really cute. And I can never remember the girl's name, the little girl. I know she has a partial open mouth, and she's kind of a newer kit. I just can't think of her name. She's really cute. I was all caught up in not knowing if I wanted to get her or the Johanna kit, but I picked Johanna because I thought she was cuter. She's got those full lips, and she's just really cute. So, but yeah, as far as Bountiful goes, I really don't like kits that are not Realborns. I got myself spoiled now to the more realistic kits, the higher end kits, like this one. So then you go back and look at the ones that don't have the realism, and then you just don't like them, because it's difficult to take a doll that looks like a doll and not a baby and make it look like a baby. I know this because I made a doll for my aunt off of Bountiful, the Juan doll, and I did him, and she wanted him biracial. Now, first of all, that was my first biracial baby, so I had a lot of problems with the skin tone. And then second of all, he did not look very realistic, so it was really hard to make him look realistic. I tried, but he still looks a lot like a doll. So, I just prefer dolls that look more realistic. I want to be able to walk out with a doll and have somebody ask me how old my baby is because it looks that real. So that's just my preference. Have you ever taken out a doll in public and had that happen? I did. It wasn't one of my babies. I really need to start taking mine out because I really need to start promoting. Looks on their face when I told them that they were dolls was pretty funny. Oopsie. Okay. Well, I guess there's not many people out here today. Let's see. Now I gotta go to the next limbs, which would be, okay. You want to? Well, you know, I think the reason a lot of people don't is because everyone's afraid of criticism and what people are going to say, but, you know, so many people have these dolls now. Like, I was watching something about traveling with them because I wanted to take one of my dolls up north with me when I fly up to see my family. And, some people said it was not, you know, not a big deal, just, but don't put it in a bag and stick it, you know, down in the bottom with the check-ons because they throw those things around and your doll could get ruined. So they're saying just take it with you when you go on the plane. But downfall to that is they take the doll. So they'll take the doll out of whatever bag or whatever you have it in. They will throw it in the bins with the stuff, with the shoes and with all your belongings. They will strip it down. And then they will, like, swab it with these, I don't know what they are. It's some kind of swab things that they do that detect explosives or drugs. And I was just watching the way that TSA was handling this little girl's doll. And it completely changed my mind about wanting to take one of my dolls on the plane. Hold dear to you, and they just don't seem like they care. So, and then what happens if you get there and they say you can't take it? What do you do? You know, I'm not going to throw my doll in the garbage, so I don't know, I'm just leery about that. But I've been trying to find people around my area, which I found one lady, but she is always busy now and I can't get a hold of her because she always used to take her dolls out and we were supposed to do outings together with the dolls. But I can never get a hold of her. She popped on here the one day I was on and then she popped back off. But she lives like 5 minutes away from me, so. But I want to find maybe somebody else around here that will actually do that with me because I want to try to show off my dolls so that I can get some sales. I need to get some cards made up. That's what I need to do. My husband keeps telling me that to do that. And I think I need to. So I can just hand them out if people say, oh, I like your doll. And I can say, oh, I made it. Here's my card. Spread the word. You know. That would be awesome. Because if I could do this full time, I would most definitely do this full time. Because I really like doing it. But I would have to be selling at least a couple dolls a week to be able to do it. Well, at least money exchanging hands, I should say, a couple times a week. And then maybe I could get a partner to help me, to join in with me, like maybe somebody who could do rooting would be nice. I've put wigs on a couple of my dolls. The clear cap wigs, and unfortunately they were not going to be selling them anymore, which kind of didn't make me very happy because they look really good. Some of the wigs look alright. I don't mind wigs. Some people don't like them. I don't mind them because the rooting, the hair, when it's rooted, it does break, it does come out, and then it looks terrible. If a wig needs to be replaced, it's really not that hard. You can take it off and then just replace it with a new one. So I would just assume have a wig, or bald is fine with me because I like babies in hats. All my babies have hats. My husband came up with a really good idea for me to do, but I'm not going to put it out here because I don't want somebody else to steal the idea. So when I actually get one done and I can actually start promoting it for sale, then I will release what it is. But until then, it's a secret. But I really think that it would sell. So I'm very pleased with the way that this green is doing this. Did you ever have to do this, what I'm doing with the green before, to neutralize the red? Because I took a trip to Michael's the other day, actually it was yesterday, and I had to pick up this color. And it's funny because not everybody has this color. I looked, Folk Art acrylics is, well, for the most part, it's the paint that I use. But the brand of acrylic paint has nothing to do with how the doll comes out, because I have used Folk Art, I have used, what is this one? Craft Smart? Yeah. I have used so many different kinds of paints, and as long as it's going on properly and sealed properly, it has nothing to do with how the doll is going to come out. I've seen several artists who use the same paints as me, who have answered questions like that about these paints, and they all said the same thing, and it's true. You do not have to go out and spend $50, $60, $70 or more on paints from these Reborn sites that are air dry paints, because they all do the same damn thing. It all boils down to, you have to use a medium and you have to seal them when you're finished. That's it. It doesn't matter what paint you use. Because I did a lot of comparing between these ones and the other ones. Laurel, hello. So it does not matter what paint you use. It's just a matter of how you do it. Oh, my hands are turning green. Yeah. But I actually learned how to do this with these kinds of paints from somebody off of YouTube. I used to watch video after video after video about reborning, and I only found a couple tutorials with the air dry paints because I did not want to do the Genesis paints, because I was getting bronchitis a lot, and my husband has issues with his breathing, so we can't have fumes. So I just chose to go with this, and it works very well. And like I said, this is actually harder than doing it with the ones that they sell on the websites, because they're, for the most part, pre-mixed, and also most of the people I know who do Genesis paints buy the pre-mixed colors. So no offense to people who use them, but in my eyes, that's kind of cheating because the colors are already pre-mixed and you're not having to come up with the colors like I do. Each and every color that I have pre-mixed on my own, come up with the color on my own. My lip color, my mottling color, my veining color, everything I had to come up with on my own. So that is, I guess, I mean, it speaks for itself. My dolls have a lot more work involved in them than the Genesis dolls. The only difference with the Genesis dolls, where people might say, oh, well, it takes me so long and yada, 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 is because you have to put them in the oven and then you have to wait for them to cool before you can handle them to do the next layer. Where these ones, after every layer, I'm putting them on a drying rack and they are drying, which they dry very quickly. That's the other thing. You don't have a lot of time to work with your dolls with the air dry paints like you do with the Genesis, because the Genesis doesn't set until it's heated. This sets right away, so you're kind of rushed to do what you're doing. And then if you do make a mistake, you just take a Q-tip with your distilled water and you just wipe away where your mistake was. Not a big deal. Oh, everybody disappeared. Nobody's left. Nobody's left. And then there were none. That's alright. I'm just jabbering on to myself. I'm used to that. Not a big deal. And then I have one more limb left to do for this green, and then I'm actually going to continue on the way I had intended before. I'm really happy with the way this is coming out, though. It's definitely getting rid of the excess red, but it's still leaving the mottling, but it's just toning it down, which is exactly what I wanted to do. So I am going to continue with this green on this last limb, and then I'm going to start with the warming color. After the warming color, both of these babies are going to be ready for eyebrows and lips to be touched up and nails to be tipped, and then glossing of the nails, the sealing of the kits. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot left to do, but I would like to get them done so that I can get them sealed so that they can sit and the sealer can cure for 24 hours. And then on my next day off, I can actually start getting them put together. Would be great. Or actually the eyelashes and the magnets then put together. And the eyelashes, that's a 5-minute thing. And then the magnets, those have to sit because those have to dry. And then Ellery has to have her eyes put in, so I have to put her eyes in. But I know it sounds like it's a lot left to do, but it's really not. It's going to go by really quick. If I was doing this as a full-time thing and not working, they would have been done, because I would have been able to dedicate a full whole day to them for a couple of days, and I probably would have had them done within a week. So that's That's the difference between doing it as a full-time job and doing it as a hobby. Is full-time people can tend to hammer these dolls out a lot quicker because they have the time. Where if you're working another job, you can only do it when you have time. So that's pretty much, that's where I'm at. I have to do it when I have the time. So I'm hoping, like I said, someday I might actually be able to do this full time so that I can just do this out of my house and not have to worry about having to do anything else, which I could do it. I could handle that. Plus, I know how to make the pacifiers and clips, pacifier clips, and I know how to do the bottles too. So Betty, is that you that's here still? All right. So this was the last limb to do the green. I'm just kind of sopping up the last little bits. Her nails are so awesome. Okay. All right. That would be it for the green for the kits. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to take... Okay, because you disappeared and then you came back. Okay, so the green's done. I'm going to take this and put it back into the bottle so that I have it if and... No, not if, when I need it again. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. I only had to strip a kit down and restart it one time. Well, actually, it was 3 times on the same kit. It was the one I did for my aunt, the biracial kit. And, oh, I swore after I did that kit I would never do another biracial kit. That was so hard. It was so hard. It just, I could not get the color right, no matter what I did. So, I was very frustrated with the whole thing. That is an understatement, I guess. But I got it done, needless to say, after having to strip that color down several times. I did get it done. So, okay. So next I'm going to do... Oh, crud. You know what I did? I forgot to put green on one thing. I love when the dolls have the belly plates, and then you end up setting the belly plate somewhere and you forget about it. Gotta love it. Alright. So I have one more thing to do the green on, is the belly plate for Ellery. Hazel would have been cute with the belly plate, but she didn't have one. They didn't even give an option for one. But Ellery has one, and I completely forgot about it because it was sitting on the... not on the drying part of the rack. It was sitting on the bottom of it, so I completely missed it. Okay. This is quick and easy, though. This is just a belly plate. I only have 2 dolls that come with belly plates. I've only ever owned 2 dolls that came with belly plates. My Princess Charlotte kit came with one, and my, oh, who was it? I don't even remember now. It might have been Sailor. And it was actually the Princess Charlotte I did not do, but the other one was the first belly plate I ever painted. And I was impressed with how it came out for my first time. I was a little nervous about it. I'm like, oh, I don't know how to do a belly plate. How do I do this? How do I make it look realistic? And it came out looking really good. Okay. Her belly looks way redder than I thought it was. I'm going to do 2 layers of this green just because. See, people are popping in and popping out. A lot of people just come on to see what I'm doing, and then they're like, oh, she's only doing that, and they don't want to watch, so they leave. That's alright. Lots of people that I know are not into Reborn, so some people probably think I'm nuts. Oh, she plays with dolls. Oh, whatever. Quite frankly, I don't care what anybody thinks. When I first heard about Reborn dolls, I was actually pretty amazed. I was like, wow, I've never seen a doll that looks so real in my life. I was really surprised. So, I decided I had to have one. And that's how it all started. Alright. Sorry. I was trying to figure out what in the world my husband was watching. It's I guess some kid show. It's, we don't have cable. We stream on a Roku, and we have Pluto channel, and the Pluto channel has some pretty interesting stuff on it. There's some kids show, and all I can see is rabbits, and I heard Seth Rogen's voice, and I was trying to figure out what he was playing. I don't know. Okay, now I can start the, oh wow. I do hope this green comes off. I don't do gloves. I can't wear gloves when I'm working on dolls. I've tried, and when I wear the gloves, I can't. It's like I can't feel what's going on, and I don't like that. So, okay. Now I'm done with this bowl. We're done. Okay. And these sponges. I have a plate full of sponges. You can rewash these and wash these and reuse them. The sponges. So I already have a bag of them that I actually washed, and but I won't do that more than once or twice, and then I'm done with them. I would just as soon go to Dollar Tree and buy some more. Alright. So now is the warming color. Yeah, I have boxes of them, but the only time I ever use them, honestly, is when I do my hair. When I dye my hair, I don't use them for the dolls. I tried, and it just felt really weird. I couldn't do it. So, okay, so now and then this looks really dark, but it's not when it goes on the dolls. It's just a warming layer to warm the skin a little bit. It helps to make it look more realistic, which I always use a warming layer on my dolls. I use 2 coats. I used one earlier in the painting, and then I do another one now. And then, like I said, any touch-ups with lips and stuff like that, I will do as well. I might actually do that now. Betty, for your Hazel, like I said, it's really hard to see on this camera with the lighting, but her lips are very, very subtle right now. Very subtle. You can't really tell. They've got color, but not much. Not much. Do you want me to do another layer of the lip color, or would you like me to just leave it the way it is? That's completely your call if you want it, because if you're buying her, then your decision. Because normally I would do another lip and just not, I mean, it doesn't darken it too much, but it does add a little bit more definition. I just have to find it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay. I knew it was in there. Okay. Okay, I can do that. I'm going to do the Ellery kit, though. She needs a little bit of darkening on her mouth because she doesn't, her lips are very, very pale. More so, I think, than hers. And then, I'll do that warming color. See, when I darken the lips after I do the warming color, it does, make them look a little different, too. But you've seen my dolls. You've seen the lip colors on my dolls. I don't like when people do the dark red because I don't think that it doesn't look natural for a baby to have dark red lips. At least not in my opinion. So, okay, so I'm going to fix Ellery's lips because I just think that they need a little bit more. I want to find somebody to... I have 2 of these kits, the Ellery kits, and I really would like to find somebody to buy one of them, at least. Because I might keep one, but I'm not going to keep both. So... Alright. Sorry if I'm not talking. Sometimes I like get all into my painting. Especially when I'm doing something like this with the lips. Because I want to make sure it comes out just right. Ellery's got her little lower lip sucked in, kind of like the Levi kit. It's very cute. Alright, she's going to be a cutie. See now, Ellery, I don't know if you can see her mouth, but this lighting sucks. And I don't have a light on the... You can't see. It looks really funny there because you can, like, it shows the light through her head, but when I just touched up her lips, like, it still looks very natural. It looks pretty good. No, I don't like, I don't know. My first kit that I did had darker lips. I had to learn. You don't learn until you actually do it and try it. So, it takes a while to actually get the hang of it. But, it took me a while. So. But practice makes perfect, as they say. So, practice, practice, practice was exactly what I had to do. I don't think there's one person out there who can say that their first kit was absolutely perfect with no flaws whatsoever. I see people posting pictures of their first kits all the time. And yeah, granted, there's some people out there who, hey, they do really, really good. But again, a lot of these people are doing the Genesis heat set paints and they're using pre-mixed colors. So my first try was with these colors that I pre-mixed myself. So it was a little different for me because of that. And I just had to keep mixing and trying colors and mixing and trying colors, and finally I got it right. Lips is a hard thing to do for the color. Not an easy thing to do. yeah, her lips look good. And then when I do the glossing, I'll make it look like the inside of her mouth is wet because she has an open mouth. Like underneath the tongue and everything. Yeah, it takes some practice. I mean, if you're gonna do it like I'm doing it with the paints like I'm doing it with, it will definitely take some practice and some time. See, now I don't mind doing lips. You want to know what I hate doing? Eyebrows. Eyebrows really suck. Not an easy thing for me. And the other one is I don't root open-eyed babies because it's really, really hard. I tried and I ripped them all out and I'm like, you know what? I see other artists out there who don't do it and I'm not doing it either because it was a pain in the butt. So you can't, it's just really hard. And then I see people that do rooting on the eyelashes. Yeah, it stinks. And then I see people doing the open eyes where they'll actually root it above the eye socket and then it looks really funny. So you're supposed to do it like on the natural line, like where our eyes have them, but that's easier said than done. It's very, very hard. But eyebrows, yeah, I always do my eyebrows light color because the lighter they are, the less you can see any screw-ups. So I started doing all my eyebrows in a very light color. Or if the person who's buying it doesn't want me to do eyebrows, I just won't do them. It's, you know, not a big deal. But I still have not perfected that. And I've tried several times. I mean, it's hard not to make them look like doll eyebrows because, you know, you're trying to make those little itty bitty lines and it's just, it's a pain. I did get some stencils that I bought, which I need to get more, but they're not cheap either. So, did you know that they make those? You can find them on eBay, or I can give you the name of the company that you get them from. They're sticky. They're adhesive, and all you do is stick them on the doll. It comes in one piece, so that it just sticks on, and then you take the paint and you just paint over it, and then it stencils out the eyebrow shape. It's I'll show you. It's called One of a Kind OOAK Reborn Baby Doll Eyebrow Stencils. They're located in California, and they have a phone number, and I'm trying to see if there was a website. They're off of eBay. Just look them up. One of a Kind Reborn Baby Doll Eyebrow Stencils. I think they were like $8 or $9 for one sheet. And I've never seen anything like this in my life. Obviously, they're laser cut. But they come in different sizes, different thicknesses, and this is what they look like. So when you put them on, and you put the paint on, you let the paint dry, and then you peel off the sticker. And I guess you can only use them one time, which really sucks, because again, they weren't very cheap, but I wish there was a way that I could figure out how to reuse them. So I decided that I'm going to keep these for the expensive dolls. No, I tried rooting them also, and it was a mess. My first doll, I tried to root the eyebrows, and they came out all whacked out, so I just plucked them back out, and I was like, nope, I'm done. So I decided that I wasn't going to do that anymore. Alright, so now I'm going to do the warming layer. And the warming layer is kind of like a reddish, it's almost like a reddish brown. I can't really explain it. I have the formulas, the colors for all of these written down. But it's funny because they still don't come out the same. I deliberately did that. I wrote down all of the colors, how you mix them, just so that I know. But they always come out looking different. Never fails. Okay, so now this color, again, this is just a warming color. This just warms the color of the skin. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that like nobody else is jumping on here today. Everybody must be seriously busy. My aunt usually jumps on, but there's a lot going on up there right now. My cousin is not well, and I think she's been with her a lot. And it sucks because I'm down here. But I'm supposed to be going up there in August to see them, so... Yeah, you are on my Facebook friends list now, so I can always give you some advice if you want as far as how the colors, what the colors are. I usually buy my paints at Michael's just because. Plus Michael's always has coupons and stuff like that. My brushes, I got my first set of brushes at Walmart. They were just like folk art brushes, nothing spectacular, which I actually still use a lot from there. But when you need your really thin brushes and your fan brush, which the only thing I ever use this for is putting the glue inside the head. But Michael's is my go-to for things because of that. I do not like Joann Fabrics. That's just me personally. They just don't really have things that I like. Polyfill, I buy that at Walmart. And if you go to Joann's, you'll see why I buy that at Walmart. Because they want a crazy, ridiculous amount of money for those stupid things. They wanted like almost twice as much for that box of Polyfill than Walmart did. So I had bought one of those big boxes of Walmart, and it lasted me quite a while. My aunt's doll, because he was an 18-month-old size, sucked up most of my Polyfill out of that box. So now I just buy the bags from Walmart. But I will not go to any of those crafting stores for Polyfill. Just don't do it. It's a ripoff because it is the same stuff. And then I see people going out and buying pillows, and it's like, well, why spend $5 on a cheap pillow when you can get a whole bag of Polyfill? I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Those cheap pillows don't have that much in them anyways, so the bags of Polyfill are pretty stuffed. And then I really lucked out. I found Polyfill 2 times when I went to the Goodwill outlet, which everyone keeps asking me what the Goodwill outlet is. Look into it. They're all over the place, and it's worth it. Everything is sold by the pound. So I probably paid, because Polyfill doesn't really weigh anything, I got a whole unopened bag of it one time. And then the last time I went, I found another bag of it. It was in like a garbage bag kind of bag full of Polyfill. So I got these huge bags of Polyfill for probably less than $2 a piece. So right there was worth my trip to the Goodwill outlet, because I have lots of Polyfill. You know, everybody says, oh, I like prefer the one that they sell on Bountiful Baby because it's so soft and this and that and yada, yada, yada. Well, polyfill goes inside the doll, number one. So you're not going to be rubbing your face with it or cuddling up with the polyfill. It's going to be inside the doll. I don't know. Some people I just don't get. I think a lot of people do that just so that they can say they use more expensive stuff so that they can charge more for their dolls. I try not to do that. I try to keep them fairly reasonable. Which pisses off some artists because you're selling at a cheaper price. But their quality might be better than mine. So, you know, fine, let them sell for more if they want to. But mine are just done the way I do them, and I do them and I sell them where people can afford them.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, see, Walmart. It's a go-to. Now, Walmart used to have more for paints, too, but I don't know what happened to that. They don't have as much as they used to. I walked in there one day, and I'm just like, well, what happened to all the paints? They don't have very many paints anymore. So, but they do away with stuff like that all the time. Actually, they don't even sell my hair dye anymore. I stocked up on a bunch of boxes of it from one of the Walmarts because I can't find it anymore here. So I need to try to find somebody who actually has a Walmart that sells it, and I'll have to have them send me some because I am so mad because I've been doing my hair this color for years. I really don't want to change my color now. But that's Walmart. I asked them why they did it, and they said, oh, well, we must have needed space to put something else up there, so we had to pull something off the shelf. It's like, well, that was a really hot selling color. Why did you decide to pull that one? That was just made me so mad. What time is it? Holy cow. Time goes by fast when I do this. I just got to keep my eye on the time and my battery on my iPad because it'll end up dying on me, and then I'll just get cut off, and that would be not good. Alright. Well, at least this is going by quickly with these coats, which is awesome. Because then come Sunday, which is my next day off, I won't have that much to do. Oh boy. Okay. I ran out of things to say. I just got quiet for a second. Okay. When you do live videos, sometimes you run out of things to say. And then you're just sitting there. What do I say? Because I don't have all these people on here asking me all these questions like some people do, so. But it's also a weekday. I keep forgetting about that. It's Friday. People are working. I was lucky enough to get the day off because I'm working tomorrow. All right. Oh, yeah. I've seen that kid on Bountiful, and I actually thought about getting it once, but I was, she's got a really weird looking little face. I don't know. It wasn't exactly one that I was wanting that bad. Are you doing it for you or for somebody else? She's actually a bigger kid, isn't she? Like, she's 20 something inches. See, my other thing with dolls is, where I'm particular, is I do not like, okay, I do not like 3/4 limb babies. When I had gotten Emma, real-born Emma, off of the lady that was my artist. Now she well, we're friends, but she isn't my artist anymore because I'm my own artist. But she made me an Emma, and I requested that she custom make her for me and do full limbs, full arms, I should say, because she comes with 3/4 arms, which I don't understand that. She's a real born. Why would she come with 3/4? But the only way I would take that kit was if she would put it with the full limbs, which she did. And she made her really cute for me, and I ended up getting rid of it. I sold it. Another one I sold. I sold all of them, and then I feel really bad. But Dwayne. Which one is Dwayne? Is that from Bountiful, or is that from one of the higher end stores? Oopsie. I don't know that kit. You know what they need to do for these live videos? They need to start making it so that instead of typing, people can just talk to you, like voice. Okay. I don't know it. I don't know that kit. Well, the other thing with me is every kit that I get, even if it's a boy kit, I always make it a girl. All my kits, all my dolls, all 11 of them are all girls. Well, I turned Ramsey into a girl. I just like the way, I like the little girl's pink frilly looks, I guess. And I was never able to have children, but if I had a boy, I probably would have been lost. What do I do? Because I like little girls' stuff better. Okay. I'm getting there. Holy crap, are you serious? What do you do with all of them? I thought I had a lot, and I only have 11. Gotta tell my husband that one. Although, if I had a nursery to put them in, I probably would have more as well. But they share my room with me, so that's kind of limits me on my space. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with these other ones that I bought. I guess I'll have to figure something out. I can't believe that. That's unreal. That's got to be the most I think I've ever heard anybody say that they had. Oh my gosh. You must have a really big house. We live in a 2-bedroom house, so... And I don't know if you were on when I was talking about it, but... my husband and I do not share a room because I can't deal with snoring, so I sleep in my own room. So I have the bigger room, and I have a toddler bed, and I have a couple of bouncy seats in there where a couple of them sit, and then two of them actually sleep on my bed with me. So I have two on the bed, two in the bouncy seats. That's four, and the rest are all in the toddler bed, like laying the other way, like sideways, so that they all fit. Wow, nice. Well, again, if I had the room, I would most definitely have a nursery, but he's on disability. I'm only working part-time as a nanny, so I kind of, right now, I'm relying on selling some of these dolls for some extra money because I really need to get up north to see my family. It's been 3 years since I've been up there. And everybody's getting older. Nobody's getting any younger. So I really need to get up there. So I have to sell some dolls, most definitely. And then I have to stop buying other kits, and I have to put the money away and just buy airline tickets. Hey, Dan.
What?
Calling my husband. You want to hear something funny?
What?
I thought I had a lot of dolls, right? Well, the lady that's buying this one kit that I'm making,
Yeah.
she has 4 doll rooms, and she has 54. Is that what you said? I can't scroll back up. Let me see. I can't scroll back up. She has over 50 dolls. Can you believe that?
Wow.
But she also has 16. She has 4 doll rooms, 15 cribs, and she has 16 rooms in her house, so she has lots of room. Yeah, well, it's hard not to when you get the money to spend it. I know. Trust me, I know. That's been my attitude lately. It's like, oh, I just made money. Now I gotta go and find a kit. And when you know how to paint your own kit, that's dangerous because then, you're like, well, I'm not spending that much money like I would if I was actually buying the doll. I'm only buying the kit. Which is true, but when you need to be saving money, that's not the thing to be doing. So, no, I definitely need to get those airline tickets. I so want to take one of my dolls with me. I really do, but I'm really scared to put it in a suitcase, and I just don't want to have them manhandling it at the airport either. So, I don't know. Because my aunt has not seen any of the dolls that I have right now. She's never seen them, and neither of my cousins, and I think they would get a kick out of it. But I was going to bring my Levi kit, the doll, because that's by far my favorite that I've done. But I don't want to risk not being able to take it or something happening to it. Well, I could imagine. I thought I had a lot of clothes too. I have 2 of those tall plastic drawer bin things, the narrow ones, full of clothes, and then I have a drawer in my dresser that's full of baby clothes, and then I have some stuff hanging up in my closet. You probably blow me away though with what you've got. Yeah, every time I go to the thrift stores, every time I go to the children's consignment stores, I'm always looking at clothes. And it's supposed to be to buy clothes for the dolls that I'm selling, and I end up buying clothes for myself. Yeah, I think everybody likes Levi. Levi is awesome. So cute. You saw mine, so you know what it looks like. I made that doll the same time I made Elaine's, or Eileen. I don't know why I say Elaine. Eileen's doll, the Joseph. I did them both together. I'd like to try to do two together. That's what I'm doing right now, as you see. I'm doing Ellery and Hazel at the same time. It just saves me time. It's like, it's not that hard to do two at the same time. I don't think I'd want to do more than two at once, just because, but I like to do two. Dan, you can turn this off or change it, because this is the same movie that was on when I turned it on. You hear me?
I heard you.
Okay. Sorry. Oh, you're doing triplets? Wow. Are you doing the 3-month ones? You're a hoarder? Well, no, you're not. But do you actually spend time with all these dolls, or do you just do them and then stick them to the side and not pay any attention? I actually am guilty of that. I have not touched a couple of my dolls for a while. They'll sit for a while before I'll actually pick them up and change them and put them in something different. But then I'm not going to part with them either, because I only get limited edition kits now, so they're going to stay right where they are. 2 awake and 1 sleeping, yeah. I'm supposed to be doing Eileen's awake soon. She still wants it. But then she just asked me the other day about 2 other kits that she wants to make to gift to 2 little girls or something. So, but yeah, she's supposed to be getting me money, as far as I know, in June, because she wants me to make that Joseph, which would be perfect, because I really need that money. I got to get these airline tickets before they go up in price. That's why I want to buy them now, so they're not ridiculously expensive. Because I already got it okayed with the boss, and I already got my app in for the passport card to get across the border, because they're in Canada, so. Let's see. Alright, everything's looking really good here. That's great. Very happy. Oh, my hands are going to be so painted. Liam? Yeah, no, Eileen's got a Liam. She actually wanted me to fix it for her. She's got a couple things she doesn't like about it. She asked me to fix, so I told her I would do it. But she, yeah, she's leery on who she trusts, which, you know, I'm the same way, because I've been scammed already by people, unfortunately, but it happens. I did get my money back, but I learned not to trust people, that's for sure. So, and these girls are still out there. That's the sad part. Still trying to scam people. And I actually caught the one trying to scam people, and I called her out on it, and she got mad. She blocked me, and the one girl has a whole bunch of different profile pages and names that she uses, and the other one, last time I saw her, she still had the same name. And when I mentioned something to her about, hey, do you remember me? I said, I'm the one you tried to scam out of money on the doll, and she just played dumb. But you have to be really careful out here with who you trust and who you don't. So I think Eileen knows now that she can trust me because she's got dolls off of me. I'm not going to scam her. And I give her a lot of advice, too, as far as not trusting people, because she's very trusting, and she tends to trust people that she doesn't know, and I'm always warning her not to do that. The big scam that's going on out there is people are stealing people's pictures of their dolls, and then they're posting them up and saying that they're their dolls, and then they're ripping people off. I saw it in the Reborn Scammers group a couple times. People were saying that so and so stole my doll's pictures and they're trying to sell it. So I try to keep my eyes open to see if I see any pictures of my babies out there, because I'd be really mad. I would never scam anybody. That's just not right. I don't know how people can do that and then sleep with themselves and live with themselves and know that they did that. That's just crazy. I don't believe in karma because I'm a Christian, but I do believe that their day will come. That's all I can say. Oh, nice. Very nice. How is she? How is she trying to scam you? What is she doing? Usually the scammers are the ones who have the dolls. Oh, and the other one is the trading ones. I did trade one person out here, a reborn. It was the only time I did it. And I was really nervous about doing it because I didn't know what was going to happen. But everything worked out, and she did send me the doll, and I sent her my doll, and we pretty much sent them out at the same time. And I didn't end up keeping the doll that she sent anyways. I ended up getting rid of it, but at least I didn't get scammed on that, because there's people that do that too. Oh, let's do a trade, and then they won't ship out the doll when they're supposed to, and they'll, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes, and I've heard horror stories about it. So trades are a big one to be careful with. Oh, nice. So basically they're trying to get their money back and keep the doll. Well, as long as you have pictures of that doll and you have the conversations with that person that proves that they're lying, don't worry about it. There's so many people doing that to people out there. I'm sure that PayPal knows about it, and I don't know, craziness. This world is a crazy place. Definitely. Well, yeah. See right there, you've got your proof. So I wouldn't even worry about it. You should be fine. This is why I always take pictures of the dolls that I make. always, so that there's proof of what they look like before they got shipped out, so that nobody can sit there and say that it wasn't like it said, because I know better. I know better than that. Kind of one of those situations. I may have been born in the dark, but I wasn't born yesterday. Yeah, my dolls are always wrapped in a blanket. I always put a diaper on the head or bubble wrap on the head. And I always make sure that they're packed really good so that nothing happens to them. Always. That's just the way I do it. Now I know people who also they'll take dolls that are just obviously too big to put in a certain size box, and they'll cram them in there, which that's not good either, because then if something does happen, then you're responsible because you're the one that packed it. So I've been lately just automatically, I don't care how big the doll is, I ship out in a large flat rate shipping box, because then I know that they have room. They're not going to be smushed, bent in half. Nothing's going to pop off. That's just the way I do it. But I always ship flat rate, because it's a lot better to do it that way. So like your doll, for instance, she would fit fine in a large flat rate box. Ouch. Ellery, she'd have some room in there. Ellery might be able to go in a medium though, because she's really small. So, but I would never try to cram a doll that was 20 plus inches into a medium sized shipping box. I don't do that. When I sent Eileen her baby, her Joseph, I was originally planning on putting him into a large shipping box, just like I do everybody else, but then I looked at him and I'm like, there is no way that I'm going to fit this doll into a large flat rate box. So I told her that she had to send me a little bit more towards shipping, because I had to do I just got a medium box, regular shipping box from Walmart, which, by the way, those work really good for the Joseph dolls. And then I wrapped them up like I said, with the diaper and the blanket, and everything worked out fine. She got him. He was fine. No problems. So when I'm finished with this last little bit, I'm actually going to cut this off of here so that I can, oh yeah, well Liam's big, I know. I saw that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to cut it off of here so that I can go and make dinner, because it's already after 5 o'clock and we're having pork chops. I have to get them ready for the oven. So if I do anything on them, which I might, after I put the pork chops in, I don't know if I'm going to get back on a live or not, but I'll still let you see the pictures after I do what I do. But right now, all I'm doing is that warming layer, and then I'm comparing it to my skin. That's what I always do. Looking good. Looking very good. I'm really happy with the way these are coming out. And then I'm going to start doing the nails and stuff like that. Get the magnets put in. I don't know if I'm going to do a magnet in her, because I don't think she's going to take it. It's going to have to sit so low that the pacifier is going to show her mouth being open, and it's not going to work out. So I'm going to leave her as is with no magnet. and she should most definitely be able to take a modified pacifier. Her mouth is open enough. That's just my opinion. What do you think? I think she'll take a modified passy, though. That's the way it's looking to me. Yep. Do you have any particular side you want it on? Either side, just in the middle, wherever. Just let me know where you want it. Like this side, in the middle. Just either side kind of off to the side. I'll actually see if they have a cute, I know they sell little bows sometimes at Walmart. I'll see if I can pick up a cute little bow so I can actually stick it on her head when I do the pictures. I think that would be cute. Left side. Okay, so when I'm looking at her, or her left, I guess that would be the way I'm saying it. My left or her left? Okay, so her right, my left. Gotcha. Okay. I can do that. Not a problem. I think that'll look very cute. Alright, so now I'm going to have people coming on now that I'm going to be leaving. Alright, well, you're welcome. Alright, well, have a good night, and I'll keep you up to date on how I'm doing with her. And then, when did you say you were going to be able to get her? Just so I forgot. Yeah, please. That had the raw pork blood in it. You, yeah, wash that. Sorry, talking to my husband. Okay, I'll do that. I'll get a hold of you later when I'm actually out there on. I'm gonna finish up what I'm doing here and then go eat dinner, and I'll jump on later, and I will definitely do that. So, well, thanks for sticking around and watching. You were the only person that actually did. She was looking really, really cute. Alright, I will catch up with you later then. I will talk to you later. And for anyone who joins after the fact that I signed off, sorry we missed each other, and I'll be doing another one soon. Alright guys, take care. Bye for now.